The camera pans across a gravel road, tall trees on both sides swaying in the wind. A silver sedan pulls up to a large two-story house surrounded by woods. The sky is amber, sun just beginning to set. Jason, a man in his mid-30s, opens the front door with a warm smile and a beer in hand. He greets the protagonist, who enters carrying a small duffel bag. The protagonist follows Jason through dimly lit hallways and rooms. The house creaks softly. Jason gestures to the living room, the old staircase, and points to the guest room. A fire crackles. Both men sit on a large sofa, game controllers in hand, empty bottles and a pizza box on the coffee table. Outside, the wind rustles the trees. The protagonist enters the guest room. He sets down his bag and looks out the large window at the moonlit forest. The room feels cold and too quiet. The protagonist lies in bed, unable to sleep. He stares at the ceiling, then sits up slightly as he hears a faint tapping sound from behind the wall. Footsteps creak outside the room. The protagonist quietly approaches the door and listens. The hallway is empty but tense. Sunlight streams in through the windows. Jason flips pancakes. The protagonist enters, looking tired. They chat casually. Both men hike through the forest behind the house, laughing. Birds chirp. Everything seems normal. They grill steaks on a rusted BBQ. The sun sets. The forest behind them grows darker. The protagonist lies in bed again. This time, the scraping starts almost immediately. It is louder and closer. He sits up and sees the shape of something dragging across the floor. The open window creaks. The protagonist tiptoes toward Jason's room. The hallway seems impossibly long and silent. Jason's door is wide open, no one inside. He finds the back door slightly ajar. The deadbolt is snapped. Wood splinters. Muddy footprints trail across the wooden floor to the base of the stairs. They stop suddenly. The protagonist barricades the door with a dresser. He sits on the bed, wide-eyed, lantern in hand. Morning mist surrounds the house. The protagonist steps onto the porch, looking around. No sign of Jason. He shouts Jason's name into the trees. His voice echoes back unanswered. The protagonist sits across from two officers. They look skeptical. He looks tired and shaken. A police officer shines a flashlight on the inside frame. Scratched into the wood, he only comes when you are alone. The protagonist lies in bed in his apartment. Rain patters softly outside. He stares at the ceiling, awake. He notices a dark shape in the corner. It does not move. It does not breathe. It is just there. The shadow moves closer. No mouth, no eyes, just long limbs and scraping fingers. The creature whispers without speaking. You left the door open. The protagonist wakes in a cold sweat. Everything looks normal, but something is written on the wall. The protagonist installs extra locks, motion detectors, and leaves every light on. Paranoia eats at him. He walks down a crowded street, but still feels watched. His eyes scan every alley and doorway. At work late, He checks over his shoulder constantly. A shadow shifts in the reflection of a dark monitor. As he returns home, he finds the lights off. He swears he left them on. The scratching starts again, now inside the walls. He opens his bedroom closet. It is empty, but carved deep in the back, new letters appear beneath the old message. I am not alone. That was the end of the story. If you liked it or want more true horror, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. New nightmares are waiting.